First, some good news. In addition to the now 300 union elections votes that have been held for Starbucks employees, there's a new chain that is unionizing. Let me share this here. This is Bloomberg's headline. Hundreds of Home Depot workers file petition to unionize in Philadelphia. It's 274 employees to be exact. They're following 60 employees, delivery drivers, Home Depot delivery drivers in San Diego that unionized in 2019. But good, but, but good for those folks. That's in Philly. We should. I want to just take a drive down the lane of. Well, what I'm trying to say is it couldn't happen to a better person, a better business owner. Ken Langone is a big time piece of crap. The owner, maybe he's still the owner, and he's getting old. Maybe he's just doing TV appearances now. But one of the founders of Home Depot's name is Ken Langone. He's a guy who you can't avoid his name if you walk through Manhattan. He's put his name on it, like hospitals and all sorts of crap. The philanthropy guy. But Ken Langone was on back in 2017 when Republicans were talking about making cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, and repealing Obamacare. He was on Fox Business to talk with Neil Cavuto, and just to give you a taste of how plugged into the struggles of everyday people Ken Langone is. Here's a sort of a representative clip of. Again, he's like a owner of this business, but he mainly seems to do appearances on Fox News and Fox Business.
Pay no attention that they're growing out of whack with the taxpayers' ability to afford them. I'm a nerd, and math upsets me sometimes, so I apologize for those of you who
that was just about how we need to cut like Social Security and stuff. And he's a nerd, and that's why he thinks that.
are offended by my
foolish, of course.
Exchange with Austin Gazoo, for whom I have great respect. I like him a lot personally, but I don't like a lot what I'm hearing these days on containing the growth in a program, not cutting it, just containing its growth, and that being the equivalent to once again throwing Granny off a cliff. Which brings me to Home Depot co-founder Ken Langone, who became a gazillionaire.
Speaking of throwing Granny off a cliff, here's Ken Langone.
Honoring things like math and the equivalent to once again throwing Granny off a cliff. Which brings me to Home Depot co-founder Ken Langone, who became a gazillionaire, honoring things like math and how to proceed forward. Very good to see you.
Nice seeing you. What
do you make of this argument that the way Democrats have presented the Medicaid so-called cuts, which aren't cuts, just off the growth, and we have a chart here that shows it's balanced right now, what it was going to be?
What have we learned about growth? If you're not growing along with population, etc., you're making cuts. Very simple.
In the next 10 years versus what it's going to be under this Trump budget plan. It just curtails the growth. But
again, think this is pretty wild, right? So he's talking about Medicaid cuts. Listen to where Ken Langone's brain goes to.
They are calling it heartless cuts and an attack, a cleaver on the middle class. You say what?
I say let's take a program that's grown dramatically in the last 8 years. Food stamps. I don't think people die if they don't smoke. I don't think people die if they don't watch movies. How do we make sure that food stamps are being used for what they're called? Food. And this, to me, is part of the problem.
Well, 44 million get food stamps under much.
So, yeah, this doddering old asshole, they're talking about cuts to Medicaid, and he's like, I'll do you one better. How about people stop using this massive thing where people are living just large lifestyles off of food stamps? When's the last time you think Ken Langone has spoken with somebody who uses food stamps? I mean, yeah, what we need to stop is the people buying video games with food stamps. Shut up. And also, Home Depot, very anti-union workplace. I mean, like are many of these sorts of big operations. I'm about to show a video here that went a little bit viral on TikTok. It was described as viral on TikTok by one of the news sites. It got like 11,000 likes. That's close to viral. It's not bad. Uh, and it's one of the things about TikTok that kind of makes me feel like, oh, this is why like Steven Crowder hates this, right? Or like why the right hates this is because it, maybe they haven't yet controlled the don't embarrass the capitalists yet. But this clip of somebody, a worker, being onboarded to Home Depot a couple of years ago. I just want to play a little bit of this, their anti-union spiel. And I'll just say, like, when I worked at not Home Depot, Old Navy, very similar. I remember like sort of presentation, or I think it was in like a, a, a thing I had to click through, like a web portal or something like that. And I'm curious, folks, I'll put up actually the number right now in the post game. I want to hear about your workplaces. Are they anti-union? Have they given you, do you work for one of these chains? Have they done explicit anti-union stuff? Have you had conversations about that? Because this stuff is spreading. But here is this clip of the anti-union propaganda that Home Depot employees have to go through.
Rights of unions to share their opinions. We respect the rights of unions to share their opinions, but we want to provide you with more information so you can consider what a union could mean for you, your family, your coworkers, and the Home Depot. You may be approached with information. You may be asked to sign an authorization card, or someone may request your contact information.
Sorry I had to wait. How can I help you?
Don't worry about it. You guys look really busy. Is it always like this?
Yeah, we've been working really hard lately.
My job used to be like that until I joined the union. They helped me get a better schedule and more paid time off. If you want, you can go online, fill out your information, and you can get signed up right here.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm really happy working here. And besides, I already have those things here, and our company is really supportive whenever we have concerns.
Apparently, the employees in Philadelphia, and probably I would guess those aren't the only Home Depot employees that aren't able to respond in such a way. Like, actually, we have everything here. There's no understaffing. All the wages. Oh yeah, we love our wage increases. I mean, I almost say too much. You're paying me too much, Home Depot. I mean, are you sure you guys are okay? I mean, maybe take a few more of that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go a little bit back.
You can get signed up right here.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm really happy working here. And besides, I already have those things here, and our company is really supportive whenever we have concerns. Thank you, though.
Okay. Hey, excuse me.
And what this is, I mean, everyone knows, but just to be explicit about it, is less like an information about this is how you're supposed to respond, whether you think that stuff is true, whether you think you got it all here or not. Boss is showing you how to act when this stuff happens, or else we shut stuff down.
This interaction can occur at work, at home, or online. It is now okay for unions to go after your legally binding signature electronically. When you sign, you may be giving up your right to speak for yourself. We believe that every
your right to bargain independent of the union, which is at worst leverage, right? It's very interesting, this speech emphasis. In the post game, I'm going to talk a little bit about Glenn Greenwald. Anyway.
associate can speak for themselves without having to pay their hard-earned money to a union in order to be listened to and have issues resolved. Once you
this speak your issues and have them resolved is actually not quite the promise of the union. The thing with the union is, like, I don't think many workers in Starbucks, Home Depot, Chipotle, all sorts of non-national chains are realizing, like, we're not being heard. We have all this great communications technology, but are my messages not getting to boss? If only we could make sure. No, it's about telling the boss what to do, because otherwise you're not getting workers. That's what it's about. It's not about this. People are realizing that your boss, this isn't a family. Nobody, my generation, 33, nobody has experienced that, or very few people have experienced that from a workplace that feels anything like a family where you are also like well compensated.
sign, the authorization card is legally binding and it's hard to get back. Remember the outdoor garden interaction?
Now, have you ever heard of somebody being like really like that's been a problem? Is these damn union hucksters getting these signatures, and then your life it's like your identity has been stolen by a union. You never hear of that happening, or people being like, "Oh, my life is a nightmare since I gave my legally binding signature to somebody who said they could get me better wages." No, what actually sucks is capitalists just decides these interest rates have been too high. The economy's heading into recession. I need to cut these jobs. See ya. Good luck. You're on your own.
She told the associate that a union helped her to get better hours and pay. It's
Oh
important,
wait, let's go back here.
binding, and it's hard to get back. Remember the outdoor garden interaction? She told the associate that a union helped her to get better hours and pay. It's important to know that union representatives often make promises they cannot guarantee. First, unions only make money by taking initiation fees and monthly dues from your paycheck.
Unions are not a profit-seeking enterprise. So this whole like this is how they're greedy. Actually, unlike bosses, like I don't know, is greed really the avenue you want to open up?
Fees and monthly dues from your paycheck. They take this money before you even get to see it. Second, unions cannot guarantee anything. Union promises can only come true if the company agrees to the union's requests during bargaining.
Now that's what we call a veiled threat. I don't think any union says we'll do whatever the f we want. I mean, be fun to be tough talk, but yeah, of course. Like I think they say, yeah, we are going to give you leverage in this fight that you're having with the person who pays you or doesn't or underpays you. So yeah, that is Home Depot. Solidarity with all the Philadelphia Home Depot workers, 274, extremely inspiring.